musicians out there, and welcome to the World of Entertainment. I'll be your host today, Tenchi Kurosaki, and I'll be interviewing Daniel, the bass guitarist for Beyond the Replica.
It's good to be back.
So, Daniel, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. What was your first instrument that you started to play, and how old were you?
Well, the first instrument I started playing was probably the piano, which when I was maybe 7, and my mom taught me to play piano, and I played for like 2 years, but then I was too young to really understand or appreciate it, so I quit early, and I kind of stayed away from musical instruments for a couple years, so piano was my first instrument.
Okay, now, when did you first realize you liked playing music?
Probably when I got older, because I had more of an appreciation for it, and once I got into my teens, a lot of my friends were playing guitar, so that's when I started liking it more, because a lot of people were playing instruments and I wasn't. So.
Okay, so did you start going back to piano, or did you continue with other instruments?
I didn't really get back into piano, but I knew about it, so it kind of helped me learn guitar faster.
On the topic of guitars, who was your guitar teacher at the time?
Well, I never had a guitar teacher when I first started.
So it was all...
I was all self-taught.
Okay. What artist or group influenced you as a musician, and why?
My biggest influence was Van Halen, because just his style really spoke to me. So for the first couple years, I self-taught myself learning all his songs and his style until that.
Out of all the Van Halen songs that you practiced, which one was your number one most favorite?
My number one was probably Eruption, because that was just strictly improv that he made up. He was warming up one night and he came up with that, and one of his managers, producers, was like, "Oh, you should just make that a track on your album." He was like, "Okay," so
What instrument did you play with your band, and how long have you been playing?
I've been playing guitar for about 9 years now, and I've been in like 4 or 5 bands, but they aren't really much. They're just like jam bands and stuff. And I haven't played in a band for a couple years, so I wanted to start that again. And my friend posted this request on Facebook about, "Oh, we need a bass player." So I was like, "Oh, I heard their music and they sound really good, so I'm gonna pick up bass." So I borrowed my friend's bass and I incorporated my guitar into it, and so now I play bass for the band. And I only played for like a month before I played the first show with them.
Do you play any other instrument besides bass?
Well, I play piano a little bit, and I kind of just incorporated what I learned from when I was younger, and now I kind of just make up. I just goof around there really, and I kind of goof around with drums too. So then I play bass, but guitar is pretty much my strong instrument.
Alright. So when did you start playing for Beyond the Replica?
I started playing for them like about 7 months ago. I don't really remember the exact date, but I'm guessing it was like 6 or 7 months ago.
Alright. And what are some of the types of music that this band plays?
We only really play one kind, and we like to say it's experimental, progressive death metal.
Okay, and what is progressive metal?
We don't have a lot of it in this band, but we have certain parts, and progressive is kind of like, it's not just in 4/4 time all the time, it's 4/4, and then it'll switch to like 7/8, like a 7/8 time meter, and it switches around. So it's like real odd times, and it's not just one time the whole time.
What are some of the venues your band has played since you have been together?
We've only played in 2 places, and they were the same place. So it was Chain Reaction, and we played there twice.
Okay.
It was just a local band showcase.
Alright, and have you thought about going back with Beyond the Replica, do that show place?
Well, we had to do a switch around with members, so that kind of grounded us for a while. But now we're getting a new head a lead vocalist, and we're getting a new drummer. So we should play a show in like a month.
How often does the band practice?
Well, we kind of just spent our time for the past couple months just writing and recording songs. We haven't really practiced, but when we do practice, we try to practice like 2 times, maybe 1 or 2 times a week.
What are you guys currently working on within the BTR?
BTR now is working on just new material to play at our next show, which we don't really know is, but we worked on a couple new songs to put in our new set list, so that's what we will.
And are you working on any CDs right now, or?
We're working on our second EP technically. We had a first one, but we never really made a CD for it. But we're making another one, so now we're having the official EP that's actually going to be on the CD this time. So we're just trying to get that done and crank it out, and then on our next show we'll have CDs to give out.
Would you mind playing a little bass for us?
Sure.
Alright. Thank you, Daniel, for coming on to the show today, and this is Tenchi Kurosaki saying see you next week on the World of Entertainment.